Hello everyone, thank you for your participation in today's session. My name is Martin from Wind Information. I'm so glad to be here today and introduce Wind Financial Terminal to you. So today we are going to introduce how to seize the investment chance based on wind industry research products. So before we explore how to use our wind industry research product in our daily life, I'd like to briefly introduce us Wind as a company. Founded in year 1998 and headquartered in Shanghai, Wind Information is a pioneer and leader in Asia's financial information service industry, serving a diverse range of domestic and foreign institutional clients from 48 countries. So our product and data matrix surely can enhance your efficiency dramatically. Okay, let's move on. So today I want to talk to everyone about a topic that's been extremely popular lately, the rare earth investments. So before we start, let me ask you a question. For those who have been following or investing or, for example, curious about the rare earth sector over the past year, haven't you been shocked by the remarkable performance of rare earths? I'm sure the answer is yes. Over the past year, individual stocks related to rare earths have truly been surging forward, especially driven by a series of favorable policies. The entire rare earth industry chain has ensured in an unprecedented investment opportunity. It can be said that we are witnessing the dawn of a new rare earth supercycle. However, there's a crucial question here. Faced with such a booming rare earth market, how should we truly understand the investment logic behind it? And how can we accurately identify the most valuable investment targets in this complex industry chain? This is the core content I want to explore in depth with everyone today, with the help of Wind's robust industry research product system. I will lead all of us to decode the secrets of rare earth investments. I've arranged, obviously, two key focuses for today's live broadcast. In the first part, that will be the Section 1 and Section 2, we will analyze the overall investment landscape of the rare earth industry and uncover the core driving logic behind this round of rare earth bull market. While, on the other hand, that is the third part, I will focus on introducing Wind's industry research product matrix, especially the newly upgraded functions of our popular track products, and teach you how to use these professional tools to accurately identify high-quality tracks and truly achieve efficient investment research. Okay, let's move on. Before we dive deep into analyzing the rare earth sector, a popular investment track, I'd like to first introduce our research tool, the Wind Industry Research Product System. Whether you are a professional researcher or an individual investor, mastering the right analytical tools can make your investment decision more accurate and efficient. So in the past, when conducting industry research and exploring investment opportunities, have you often struggled with questions like, where can I find data and materials to support my views? Does switching between different tools disrupt your thinking? Isn't, let's say, organizing complex information tedious and time-consuming? And, our industry research products are specifically designed to solve these pain points for you. Our industry research section has built 3 core products, forming a complete analytical framework. Okay, so let's switch to the terminal and see what we've got in our, Wind Financial Terminal. The first one is called the hot sectors. So here you can, from the stock section under the data center column, click the hot sectors to enter into this function. Or on the other hand, you can type the PC on the bottom right corner. So this is our latest product, specifically developed to track the most cutting-edge and investment-worthy opportunities in the market. From a micro perspective, it helps you quickly identify investment trends and grasp the pulse of the market. The second one is the product database. Well, let's go back to the home page, and under the data center, here we've got our product database function. Or you can type the PDB here. Yeah, that's our product database. This is a classic feature of ours that helps us user gain an in-depth understanding of the complex relationships across the industry upstream and downstream, and comprehensively constructed the value distribution of a specific industry from a micro-level perspective. Also, the third one is the supply chain. Here you can click the SDB here, or on the other hand, you can type the SDB. Yeah, that is the supply database. Okay, this is a more general tool to deliver into the business relationships between entrepreneurs from a micro perspective, allowing you to clearly see the actual position of each company in the industrial network. So these three core products are like analytical license with different levels of precision. They provide you with 360-degree comprehensive industry analyst support from all perspectives, respectively. Notably, this is our popular track-focused product, whose key highlight lies in breaking free from classification methods of traditional industry chain research. We adapt a more flexible track logic that better aligns with investment practice, integrating all key list companies relevant to a specific investment theme. This enables everyone to conduct investment analysis and decision-making in a more systematic and efficient manner. Okay, so let's move on. Next, let's present a set of key indicators that demonstrate our data capabilities. Leveraging WIN's profound data accumulation, our industrial research product system has achieved market-leading comprehensive coverage. So first, it is the hot chain. Currently, it has selected nearly 60 investment tracks with the highest attention, basically covering all major investment hotspots in the current market. The second one is the product database. It has built a complete 8-level industrial classification system, established 6,631 industry trend nodes, and organized more than 120,000 pieces of industrial relationship data, forming the most systematic industrial relationship database in China. The final one is the supply chain. Currently, it covers the supply chain relationships of more than 500,000 companies, almost encompassing the supply and sales relationships of important entrepreneurs with public information sources in the market. To sum up in one sentence, this product system leads domestic similar products in terms of data integrity. Now let's turn our focus to rare earths, a super track in the industry. When it comes to rare earths, I believe many of you know they are called the industry vitamins. They are crucial for industry upgrading towards high-end sectors and Industry 4.0. However, you may not be quite clear on why rare earths have been so popular lately. Now let's explore the logic behind this recent surge together. First, let's take a look at why rare earths are so important. China is definitely the global leader in rare earth resources, according to data from the U.S. Geological Survey, that is the USGS. China's rare earth reserves reach 44 million metric tons, accounting for 38% of the world's total reserves, firmly ranking first globally. What's more crucial is that China has a significant cost advantage in the rare earth industry chain. When compared with high-quality overseas entrepreneurs, whether it is MP Materials, a rare earth mine with superior resource grade, or Lynas, a company with large-scale smelting and processing capacity. Chinese entrepreneurs have significantly lower costs in both raw mining and smelting links. This cost advantage stems from China's resource advantages, technology, and the economics of scales and synergy brought about by industrial chain. Okay, so next we will focus on analyzing the co-driving factors behind this round of the rare earth bull market. The first driving factor is the structural shortage on the supply side. The upstream rare earth market presents three major development trends. Further enhancement of domestic supply control capabilities. The domestic market entities, represented by the two major rare earth groups, have further strengthened their control over domestic supply by incorporating imported ores into quotas and clarifying that only rare earth groups and their affiliated entrepreneurs are qualified for rare earth mining and smelting. And additionally, on April 4, 2025, the General Administration of Customs issued Announcement Number 18 of 2025, that is, the decision on implementation export controls on certain medium and heavy rare earth related items, imposing export controls on a series of rare earth related items. This has further tightened the supply side. Although countries such as the United States and Australia are expanding their production capacities, this will not be sufficient to change the current supply situation in the short term. Okay, let's move on. The second driving factor is the strong growth on the demand side. We are witnessing robust growth across several key demand sectors from January to October 2024. The total output of new energy vehicles, so that is the NEVs in China, increased by 32.9% year-on-year, with the penetration rate of NEV production reached 36.7%. The newly added installed capacity of wind power rose by 15.9% year-on-year during the same period, reflecting sustained strong demand for clean energy. More importantly, emerging demand is emerging one after another, injecting new growth stimulates into rare earth permanent magnets. Humanoid robots entered the first year of mass production. Tesla stated at its the third quarter 2024 earnings call that it will produce thousands of humanoid robots in its factories in 2025 and proposed a target of producing 1 million units annually by 2029 to 2030. According to Focus, the global output of humanoid robots is expected to reach 1 million units by 2028, with a compound annual growth rate of over 250% from 2024 to 2028. So taking Tesla's Optimus as an example, it is equipped with 28 actors, and the core of each actor is a permanent magnet motor, which generates substantial demand for rare earth permanent magnet materials. So this kind of economy becomes a new growth driver. In March 2024, this economy was included in the government work report for the first time. So according to the focus from the CCID Research Institute under the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, the market size of China's this kind of economy is expected to reach 1 trillion yuan by 2026, with a CAGR of 28% from 2024 to 2026. The motor design of low-altitude aircraft such as manned aerial vehicles and helicopters focus on high power density and high, this kind of density currently, most of them adapt permanent magnet motors, which add another highlight to the demand for rare earth permanent magnets. So rare earth permanent magnets are a crucial node in the rare earth industrial chain. Okay, so now let's focus on the rare earth permanent magnets and see how to leverage the wind industry research product system for efficient investment research. Okay, so first let's switch to the terminal again, and when you first enter into the home page, you will see, let's first click to the hot sectors, and here you can see a series of cards labeled hot recommendations, which gathered popular industrial tracks for easy, direct access. Okay, so let's scrolling down. There's a collection of tracks organized, by industry categories. The red or green numbers here represent real-time market calls. So how do we access into the rare earth permanent magnet track? So we can search for it directly. Let's search, rare earth here, and quickly we can find the results. Also here you can find under the hot recommendations, so we can find the rare earth permanent magnet here. Okay, so after we enter into it, let's switch to this tag. So first here you can see the infograph interface uses a visual layout to display the upstream, the middle stream, and the downstream sectors of the rare earth permanent magnet industry, as well as information about related companies. So here we can see on the upstream, so this is the mining and smelting. You can find will contain the rare earth ore and the refining and this kind of product here in this upstream industry. And when it comes to the middle stream, here we can find that is the SMC permanent magnet material, and we can find other kinds of materials here. And finally, in the downstream here, we can find this is the rare earth permanent magnet motor. So that is more related to the application, industry or business. Okay, so here we can find there is a favorite button here. So actually, so when you first enter into it, so it is like this kind of symbol here, and we can click to add this industry into your favorite. And next time you can quickly access into this kind of sector from the favorites label. So that is our rare earth permanent magnet. Okay, so after understanding the industry as a whole, we can see these are the main companies in this business, and here this kind of business is in the upstream. So after we understanding this industry, the next question is which specific nodes have potential. We can click into the product database here, where a simplified view is displayed, showing relevant industry nodes. So by clicking on any, this kind of industry node, you can view the key companies and market quote data of segmented companies. You can also see there is a reason column here, which explains why this company. So let's click the view here. It's included in that node. So for example, we can choose the view for this company, that is the CNIE here, and it will state the results. Okay, so all the above data helps us understand the real-time market trends of these industrial tracks and the performance of related companies. So if you want to check the performance of each node in the past year or past months, so you can quickly switch the time period over here. So we can switch to the 1 week, last 1 month, or the YTD statistic. So in addition to the market quote data, this module also integrates the report data. So here we can click to switch to the reports here, and you can select various financial statistics or indicators freely in the upper right corner. So after identifying which upstream, midstream, or downstream nodes have investment value, don't forget here you can download all the statistics. And so if you want to conduct more detailed market and financial analysis on specific companies within them, you can enter the course or the financial comparison here. By clicking on a company's name or the node here, you can quickly find or you can access the real-time cost interface. Yeah, let's click this one. So you can go to the F5 page, or in other words, the real-time code of this listed company. Okay, so the red and green tag or symbol here, you can see shows or the red and green bars respectively indicates the number of companies currently rising or falling within the node. If you want to export the data for further processing, so here you can quickly, for example, click the financial comparison and quickly click the export Excel file to handle the data. So after gaining comprehensive information, if you want to know which investors in the market are also paying attention to this track, you can use the heavily loaded fund feature. For example, here you can switch to the end of 2024. So that is the first quarter of 2024. And you can view which funds held heavily positions in companies of the track we care about by the end of 2024. And finally, when you need to access all information about this track, here you can use the research reports, the feelings, and news function to obtain the latest relevant information. So here we want to share our latest key function, so that is the news. So what's new here is, for example, we've generated in real time using our artificial intelligence technology. For instance, what news is there about the rare earth permanent magnets today? You can view all the real-time data, or in other words, information organized by our artificial intelligence here. So here you can see there is a bullet point on the upper section. So you can subscribe our, for this, that is the rare earth permanent magnet chain by email or by WeChat. So you can click the email here, and then our artificial intelligence will automatically send you the email every day, so which will arrange all the latest information or news for this track every day. And also for the WeChat, if you click this, you can subscribe this track, and yeah, it will send you the message via WeChat every day. Okay, so that is about our hot sectors. So we can quickly identify these, features here. And after gaining a micro-level understanding of the industrial structure of rare earth permanent magnets, we will now proceed to conduct an in-depth analysis of the specific industry we have selected from a meso-level perspective. Taking the rare earth permanent magnet material industry as an example, we will explore how to use industrial chain tools to industrial analysis. Still, let's switch to the terminal, and here under the stock section, we will click the product database here. So if we enter into the industrial chain, so here we can quickly search. Yeah, actually we can first find on the left-hand side, we will have the standard wind product. And on the right-hand side, we will show you the upstream and downstream of this, product. Still, we search the rare earth. Yeah, here we can find the rare earth permanent magnet material. And if you click it, you can clearly find the upstream and downstream and also the number of companies in this track. Okay, so if you want to have or obtain the more detailed information of this, product line, you can search the rare earth, permanent. Yeah, rare earth permanent here. You can quickly find all these statistics or all this information here. Let's click to enter into the rare earth. Yeah, you can see here the permanent magnet material. So after accessing the industrial chain interface, you will see it is divided into the two sections, the left and the right section. So for example, let's see the detailed information here. So after we clicking and enter into this interface, the upstream and downstream structure diagram on the right will display the this diagram on the right will update in real time. You can then click to enter into a more detailed industry overview for in-depth analysis. So after we enter this interface, the homepage displays a structure diagram that covers comprehensive upstream and downstream industrial structure data. Within the key indicators here, the top 4 data points aggregated information about listed companies, while the bottom 4 over here, you can see, focus on the non-listed companies. The total product revenue here refers to the overall revenue generated by companies in this industry, specifically from their, this kind of business operations. So now let's take a closer look at the main business analysis of listed companies. So you can here take the operating analysis, and here you can click to select whether you are curious about the overseas market, the US stocks or the others, or you are paying more attention to the domestic statistics. For instance here, the entry, let's say for this JLMAG company, so here this product revenue that is 3,506, be careful, that is the million China yen, represents that you can see there are so for this kind of company, so actually the product revenue accounts for 99.99 and nearly 100% of its total revenue. So here this revenue represents the product revenue in this kind of industry. Okay, let's move on. The financing status here, let's go down here. Section shows which nodes in the industry upstream and downstream sectors are receiving significant market attention. Generally, higher attention corresponds to a larger market financing scale. For example, if you are interested in the upstream segment of the industry, simply check to the box to view the market here, the upstream and downstream. And yeah, you can check to view the market attention levels of various upstream, or you can see here are the sub-sectors here. Okay, so if you want to explore specific details of financing activities, you can find information about individual investments over here. And you can find the details of financing activities. And you can find the information about these kind of events along with their respective amounts in the financing events section. Focusing solely on the performance of listed companies is insufficient, so we expand our perspective to include all entrepreneurs in the all companies sector. So below this section here, you can view detailed information about individual entrepreneurs. You can click to quickly access more in-depth performance data for a specific company. And finally over here, that is straightforward. So under the news and the announcement section provides all news, announcements, and research reports related to this particular industry. So unlike the hot chain function I've just stated, so which represents information across the entire upstream, midstream, and downstream, you can click into any category and use the search box to precisely locate topics you are interested in. Okay, so the final one is when it comes to the individual, company, or statistic. So here we will provide you the third function, that is the wind graph, and specifically that is the competitors graph. And still, we will switch to the terminal, and here under the entrepreneurial section here, we will have a function that is called the WKG. Also, we can type the WKG here, that is the wind graph. So after we enter into it, so in our topic, we will specifically introduce the competitors function for you. So if you want to have a detailed or deeper analysis of this company in this industry to all other companies, so here you can first, let's say, search an individual company. That is, let's take the China rare earth. Yeah. Okay, so rare earth source and technology limited as an example. So here, if you click this search and click this company, so it will show you all the competitors list. So we will have a deep analysis of this individual company to any other competitors in this map. So here we can clearly find all the detailed information on the right hand side. So for example, we can compare this company to another based on the basic situation, the competition analysis, the technical innovation, so it will display all the investment and research and development employee for different companies. And also we will have the co-products analysis. So it will show you which kind of products these companies produced, and well, you can compare their relevant or other information. And finally here, you can analyze the economic benefits of these different companies, and it will bring you a more detailed view or information about the individual company or the competition matrix in this industry. Okay, so up to this point, by leveraging our industry research product system, we have conducted a comprehensive and detailed analysis of the rare earth permanent magnet industry from 3 demonstrations: the micro-level rare earth permanent magnet industry chain, the meso-level rare earth permanent magnet industry, and the micro-level, as a case. Now let me summarize the 3 core advantages of our product. The first advantage is comprehensive, accurate data with timely updates. Our industry research segment covers over 60 high-potential industry tracks, builds 6,631 industry nodes, and encompasses a complete 8-tier industrial system, while organizing more than 120,000 pieces of data on upstream to downstream industrial relationship. All these data are sourced entirely from public information through strict quality control and multiple rounds of review by professional teams. We ensure the accuracy and integrity of the data. Our data update frequency is extremely high, enabling it to reflect market changes and policy trends in a timely manner. For instance, information such as listed companies' financial reports, corporate announcements, and research report insights can all be updated in real time, allowing investors to grasp market dynamics at the earliest opportunity. The second advantage lies in diverse and professional analytical tools. Our high potential industry track product is not a simple accumulation of data, but an investment research tool designed by senior analysts. From track identification and industrial chain map construction to company stream and financial comparison, each function has undergone in-depth optimization based on actual investment needs. By adapting a diverse combination of professional tools, complex industrial relationships and data information can be presented clearly, significantly improving an analyst's efficiency. Investors can quickly identify investment opportunities and accurately capture the market trends. The third advantage is cross-product synergy, enabling one-step industry research. Our three products, high potential industry tracks, industrial chain, and supply chain, are not isolated. Instead, they form an integrated system that is interconnected and mutually complementary. More importantly, with the strong support of artificial intelligence now, the entire industry research process can be completed more efficiently, quickly positioning investment themes through the high potential industry track product, conducting in-depth analysis of industry structure using the industrial chain tool, and finally researching the micro-level competitive landscape of specific entrepreneurs via the supply chain tool. Okay, so we hope that through the product expert team, we can help you achieve full coverage of work scenarios and easily complete all tasks. In the future, we will continue to enhance the capabilities of the Alice series models, expand the work capabilities of our agents, and truly empower every wind user to finish their work efficiency. Okay, so that's all for today, and thank you for your participation. See you.